Here's what I see in network marketing. People become network marketers, they get into the business, but then somewhere down the road, they see what this really is, and that's when they make the decision to do this. So there's the day you signed up, and then there's the day you decide to do this. Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. I have to tell you guys this right off the top. I just did a phenomenal podcast for all of you and did not hit the record button. Oh my gosh. I'm just here to laugh. I have a choice, right? I could be mad or I could laugh. I'm going to laugh about it. But how's your day going today? I hope it's going well. Okay, today's topic. I should be able to just spit this out really quick because I just did it for you guys. Here's what we're going to talk about today. There's a saying, if you want to go fast, go alone. And if you want to go far, you go together. And man, I'm telling you, this hits hard when it comes to network marketing because I've seen so many people in network marketing, myself included, just trying to go fast. Where's the volume at? How do I get it? Where's the rank at? What do I have to do it to get it? Just go fast, go fast, go fast, go fast, go fast. And we do it at the cost of going far. And I'm going to dive into this a little bit for you guys today on this episode. But what I want you guys to do is I want you to build a legacy type business, not just one that's going to maybe hit some ranks for you or provide the income you were looking for a short period of time. What I want to provide for you guys is what you signed up for when you got into network marketing. Well, let me rephrase that. Here's what I see in network marketing. People become network marketers, they get into the business, but then somewhere down the road, they see what this really is, and that's when they make the decision to do this. So there's the day you signed up, and then there's the day you decide to do this. Some of you haven't even got to that day yet. That day you decide to do this, you're listening, you're hoping, you're wondering. Sooner or later, I hope something is said. I hope something is said on this podcast that helps you make the decision to do this, because there's a big difference between wanting this to happen and making it happen. But I could say that for everything in life. There's a big difference between wanting to be healthy and becoming healthy, and it's your choices. So we are going to be talking about this concept of reaching your goals by building a team, not just you making decisions and working your face off to hit these temporary goals, right? So let's start with the very first thing. Speed versus sustainability. Like I just said, like working like crazy, right? Fast is fun. Listen, I like going fast. I've got a fast sports car. I like going fast. However, I prefer long-term stability when it comes to a business, right? If you ask me, would you like to hit the next rank next month? Or would you like to hit the next rank and never, ever have your business go backwards a year from now? I'm picking a year from now. Because the rank itself isn't what's important. What's important to me is the results long term. So fast is fun, but it's temporary. In network marketing, you can get these quick pops and sales. You can do these promos. You can work yourself to death. You can force the numbers. But it's much better long term for you and the team and your checking account if your team is able to do what you're doing. Most people on your team, when you do these crazy pushes, can't do what you do. They can't, they're not that they can't. They could call 100 people like you did. They could go sign up 50 new customers like you did. They could, but they're not. I mean, how many people on your team are doing what you're doing? If you've got one or two people working as hard as you on your team, you are so blessed. You're in such a fantastic position, because I'm going to tell you, with thousands and thousands and thousands of people in my organization, There are very few people working as hard as I'm working or work outworking me. Now, there are thousands of people putting in at some percentage of their efforts, thousands. But just think about this, guys. Here's the beauty of what we do. I've got thousands of people in my organization, as I've said. All it takes is 100 people doing 1% of my efforts. So if I'm doing 100 calls a day and they're doing one call a day, which everybody could do one call a day. If there's 100 people that I teach to do one call a day, that's 100 calls a day. That's equal to my 100 calls. It's you guys have heard this. Come on. It's I would rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own efforts, okay? That's what we're talking about. We are talking about going far. Now, if I've got 300 people on my team doing a call, that obviously is 300 calls. That's outworking me. And when you have thousands, obviously that's thousands of calls happening a day. That is massively outworking me. And that's what I'm talking about. That's going far. It's not going fast, it's going far. All right. So the second thing is when you do things as a team, it covers your blind spots. What do I mean by that? I'm sure you guys are talented at many things, but every one of us have weak spots. Maybe you're not the best at product education because the product just bores you. So you just don't choose to know all the stuff about the products. Well, I'm here to tell you product education is important. And there's elements to it in your team that if you get really good at explaining the products, your business will grow. Maybe you're not great at inviting. Like maybe you are fantastic at doing the presentation, but you never get a guest on. Well, guess what? It'd be pretty cool if your team's good at inviting, right? They get the guest on, you do the presentation. Bingo, sales. Or maybe you're not good at closing. Maybe you're good at getting prospects on, but you're not good for asking for the credit card. But there are other people on your team that are good at closing. Get them in a three-way call. Maybe you're not good at follow-up, but other people in your team are. I can go on with this. So one of the great things about building a team is that you share strengths. It covers your weak spots. The third thing is the accountability and the encouragement piece when you build a team. The saying is either you need the meeting or the meeting needs you. So if you're doing this by yourself and you're not getting on team calls, you're not plugging in, you're going to burn out because eventually you need the meeting. Eventually you're going to have bad weeks. And that's when you need to plug in to hear about other people having good weeks to remind you it's still a good company. It's still a good product. It's still a great comp plan. You just needed to hear it again. Okay. So when people are quiet, they feel alone. People grow in community. Like people quit. When they feel alone, they quit. When people feel like they're part of a community, they grow. So it's important to have that encouragement together. And your team becomes your support system, right? On the days you're not motivated, someone's there to pull you forward. You guys get that, right? Lastly, the legacy that you build through leadership. I can't tell you how encouraging it is. I mean, people have come to me in tears telling me the impact that I have made in them and their family because of what we do. And that to me is just as much of a motivator to keep doing what I do as anything else. It's just as much as a motivator as seeing the rank advancements, seeing the paychecks. In some ways, it's better than all of that because the days that I really don't want to do this, because there's days I don't want to do the podcast, guys. I mean, I was good today, but I am running late. Some of you that hardcore people know these podcasts are usually out a little sooner. I'm running a little late on this one, right? But I feel the impact that I've given you guys is a responsibility that I sit in this seat and do this. So, and let me know, like, please, the energy I get from you guys is huge. Screenshot, share this stuff out because I believe we are having impact and I want you guys to have impact. One of the ways you can have impact is do your own podcast. Do one, but maybe you're not ready. So until you're ready to do one, share this one. Share this one. That allows you to have impact. Put it in your socials, screenshot it, talk to people about it. Because at the bottom line, guys, here, my bottom line is I am here to help you guys achieve, if not what we've achieved, some similar aspect or more. Okay. And that's only going to happen if you guys actually apply the things that we're teaching here. That is huge for me to be able to be a part of that with you guys, because I know there's a lot of you out there that are trying to get out of a situation you've been put in. And it's our decisions. No one, listen, let's take full responsibility, okay? It's no one's fault. It's no one's fault that you're in the position you're in. You made the decisions. From the time you left your parents' home and you started making decisions on your own, right? If you've been in bad relationships, that was your decision. If you've had bad jobs and bad bosses, that was your decision. If you've, not had the perfect health, that was your decision. Now, along the way, I'm sure there's a lot of things that were out of your control. And so not everything is our fault. Not everything is your fault, but it is your problem. Not everything is my fault. It's still my problem. Like if my team isn't growing, it may not be my fault, but it is my problem. And so why am I saying that? I'm saying that, guys, because I want you guys to be able to look back and use network marketing to get you out of some problems. I was in some problems. I was in an industry I didn't want to be in anymore. Through the decisions I made, I got into those industries. I got into those professions. And at some point, I didn't want to do it anymore and I needed a way out. And network marketing got me out. It got me out of a situation I did not want to be in anymore. And that's what I love about it and respect about it. And that's what I want for you. And that's why I do these topics, guys. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, build a team. Go together. That's how you're going to have impact in this industry. That's how you're actually going to get the things that you want. And this is far reaching. I could get into the details, but maybe you want to do a new presentation. Don't do that by yourself. If you want the presentation done today, sure, go do it by yourself. But if you want the presentation to actually land and be used by your team, include them. Maybe you need a new sales tool. Maybe you need a new video or a new website. Don't do that alone. If you want it done fast, if you want it done this week, sure, go do it alone. But if you want it to have impact and you want it to help you reach your your long-term goals, get your team's buy-in. Get your team's buy-in. Your team, guys, needs to be more important than you. When your team becomes the more important thing, you're on the right track. Bring your team into these conversations. I think it was in the last podcast I didn't record. I'm gonna end with this. There's a movie, and I've seen some documentaries about climbing Mount Everest, and I've never had a desire. Fortunately, I'm sure my wife would lose it if I told her I wanted to do that, because people die. But one of the Sherpas, I think this was in a documentary. The Sherpa are the people who are born in that climate, that altitude. They're able to survive at lower oxygen levels, and they basically are the tour guides. The Sherpa said most of the people that die climbing Everest die because they either went alone or went in very small groups. The people with the best chance of getting up and getting down alive go in groups. They go with a team. If you want to go far, you go with the team. If you want to go fast, like if you're going to climb Everest, you guys, I'd rather go far and get home than go fast. I don't want to see how fast I can go to the top. No one ever said they need to be the fastest at the top. They just want to get to the top and they want to be alive to get down. I want you guys to survive network marketing. Like I want you to survive this, okay? I want you to survive the tough days. And to do that, you need to go with the team. Don't do that alone. All right. Talk to you guys next week. I hope you enjoyed this one. And I hope I didn't have too much crossover because I've now officially done this one twice.